I just wish they sold us more on the events that will happen or whatever. It's okay though. It's okay. Don't get mad at me. Watch all this video. It says dog eating your daily dose of internet. No, the video says.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet. This dog was caught trying to eat a cat.
Oh. That's not nice. He's just trying to poop and he's eating my toes.
XQC Chitroll Despair.
This person looked up and saw these Starlink satellites moving across the night sky.
Hmm?
Whoa.
Hmm?
The audience cheered every time this guy came out to clean the microphone.
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh, it's so cute.
What's happening? Did Ivar try to get in here again with you? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
This guy
so
found a
cute.
human-sized
Jesus.
hamster wheel to run on.
That's actually really cool though. No
You
shot!
guys, it keeps happening.
No shot! It actually did that. That is so cool,
You guys,
dude.
it keeps happening. Someone ordered some food and the delivery guy took a picture to show that it arrived and then stole the food.
That's impressive. Guys, as I moved to LA, 2 times, my driver, I'm not kidding, took the food and didn't even stop or whatever. He just went in opposite direction. Complete opposite. And just ate the food. That's it. It was gone. And then it said order delivered. And I'm not even fucking with you. Okay? Yeah, this was I think 4 days ago. The guy was at Dave's Chicken. I'm not kidding. He took the order and said it's on its way. He went
What's the plan
one
today?
block down, 1 block, not 2 blocks, 1 block over, and you just stopped there. I'm pretty sure he stopped with his friends at a stop at a place, and he just ate the food. He just chilled there, ate the food, and 2 hours later, my phone vibrates. I look, and I was on stream at that point. I look, and it says, "Oh, your food is finally here. Enjoy the food. How was his delivery?" I was like, "Dude, what? What are you on about? This motherfucker ate the food like." This motherfucker took his sweet time eating the food, man.
This is an axolotl.
You should be banned forever for doing shit like this. Listen. They shouldn't even have a strike system. If you do this, you're untrustable. You should get fired forever. What the fuck is that?
And people like to joke that they look like real-life Pokemon. Well, it's not a joke. Sometimes they actually do evolve and transform into a salamander, which is a totally different animal. They lose their gills and develop lungs and breathe air.
Oh. Oh. Oh my. Guys,
I found
can I say something weird? We see a lot of videos about wild animals, but we rarely see any panthers. Are panthers still alive? Is there still a couple of them alive, or are they all gone?
I found a video of a bug that looks like he spent way too much time looking at a
Rare.
computer screen.
Oh.
It's called a giraffe weevil, and they can be found in Madagascar.
Kill it.
Because of the recent pandemic, the cruise line business took a big hit. Since there is no money coming in and cruise ships are incredibly expensive to maintain, cruise lines are sending their ships to graveyards to be sold for parts.
Huh?
That's the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again
Wait.
very, very soon. Later.
Wait, aren't these boats worth like billions of dollars or some shit? I thought they're really expensive.
Welcome to the Quizity Airlines.
I'm gonna attempt to collect
Is that good? Is that a good video? You wanna watch it? I wanna see a panther. Because I guess it's been years that... Oh my god. We've never seen that. I don't think we've ever seen a panther video on the stream
is in the
ever.
air again. Monsoon season is ending.
Everybody's taking in as much as they can before Kabini dries up.
Oh, damn. That's crazy.
Once
What is
more,
that, a falcon?
hunting becomes extra tricky for me. Trying to hide myself in the bone-dry forest. But I've learned something from life in the wet season, looking like I do.
Look at it.
Shadows are my cover.
Look at this thing. What, pandas are just black jaguars? Huh?
Even during the dry season,
Huh?
I can find darkness.
But that's fucking lame. You just ruined it for me. What the fuck? What the fuck?
My world.
I googled black jaguar and it gives me black panther.
Now I have a strategy. First thing I have to do is keep out of sight of those troublesome langurs.
What the fuck?
They'll alert the whole forest that I'm on the hunt.
That says,
But I can use my ally, the shade.
Okay. Look at the little monkey. Small. It's so
So
cool.
far, so
Look at
good.
it.
No alarm calls.
Is it a good camo though? Or they're more like nocturnal?
I just have to get a little closer. Once I'm in range, those monkeys can screech all they want.
Look at these.
The
Look at
brighter
these
the
guys.
light, the blacker the darkness. Clouds, trees,
Oh, I knew it.
sun, shadows.
That's time to kill.
It's all in the timing. Now.
It looks more bulky and fluffy, almost like a tiger.
With every kill, I become stronger,
Almost like a tiger Cheeto.
more confident. Soon I'll throw shade at Scarface and fight him for the right to rule this territory.
Oh, what is that? Because I don't have my animals correct. What is that? It's not a Cheeto. It's not a lion either, because lions are marbled or whatever. What is that? It's a leopard. Then what is a snow leopard? Snow?
2 years. Thanks for the daily content XQCL.
Look at it. Look at it.
Markor gather for their
I
annual
was gonna do it like 4 times, I think. That's ugly. Look at this sucker.
Males must fight for the right to breed, but on these sheer cliffs, any slip by either animal could be fatal.
Jesus. Their horns look like drill bits.
A snow leopard, the rarest of Himalayan animals. It's a female returning to her lair.
Look at the tail.
These are the first intimate images of snow leopard ever filmed in the wild.
So there's a big cat.
She greets her 1-year-old cub.
Aww.
Her den is well chosen. It has exceptional views of the surrounding cliffs.
They have such a compact head.
On these treacherous slopes, no hunter other than a snow leopard would have a chance of catching such agile prey.
It's very compact. Not too big ears, small face.
A female with young makes an easier target.
So it's like Azan. It's like the Azan of cats, you're not wrong.
25
Quite
months.
literally, actually.
XQCL.
Is this the same as the other one, like
Large
Ibex?
paws give an excellent grip.
That's not
and
a
that
leopard, it's
long
a sting
tail
shark.
helps her balance.
Stink shark.
Silently, she positions herself above her prey.
Guys, spoiler, they get wiped out, and there's gonna be a lot of blood.
I've been gifted for 24 months straight XQCL. Big Pop Chan.
So agile. Look at it, dude. Look at it. He did it. Look how quick they analyze the terrain. Boom. Hey! Fuck, man. That's kind of lame. That was kind of lame. That was just kind of lame. Okay. Okay.
Yo, X
You saw this? You saw that?
It's
Oh yeah,
been
Mark.
a few
Maybe we'll watch
months
more
since I
Robert video.
received my big titty sex doll. Shit's good. I also received the blacked out G Fuel collector's box and have been using it as lube.
Oh, listen, dude.
Life's
One of
good.
my close friends have had a sex doll IRL like you're talking about. They're lame. They're lame. Maybe the technology just isn't there, but yeah, it was okay. Yeah, it was soda's. It was soda. But his doll just wasn't that great though. They just don't feel right. They just don't feel right. Oh, I didn't try it. I don't. I did. Stop talking to me, okay? I touched it. I kind of had to. You would also. Everybody would touch it. I had to touch it, and you know, like,
months
just
among pumper friends,
you know,
XQCP.
like fucking, like check the fucking material or whatever. I had to try. I didn't try it, but I had to probe it. I had to probe it, and it wasn't that good. Guys, I said because the technology for dolls isn't there because they're too cold. They're too cold and rigid. So whenever you touch its face and you're gonna go kiss it or whatever, it's like it's like a cadaver. It's like a cadaver. It's just disgusting.
30 million pounds of trash from this river all by myself. But there's a catch, because Mr. Beast and his boys and a butt ton of volunteers are gonna try and beat me to it by collecting 30 million pounds of trash from
What?
this beach. Now I know what you're thinking. Psh, Mark, 1 versus 1,000 hardly seems like a fair fight. And you'd be right, except for one minor detail I neglected to mention. I actually do have one other teammate who just so happens to be a floating 50-ton
Well, my big
trash-eating
titty sex doll
robot.
Bianca
You
has
gotta
been
play to your
looking me
strengths,
like a
right?
cow.
Oh,
You
wait,
should totally get one.
we've seen these robots before, haven't we?
It's too cold, you fill it with warm water.
All right, dude, you ready to start this competition?
Dude, we've been going. Look at all these people.
What? Go, 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 go. You started already. So with
Oh,
the
if you
trash
like
picking
this.
competition officially underway, while Mr. Beast and his crew perform manual labor like a bunch of lame humans,
All the trash stuff is blowing on me.
all me and my autonomous robot had to do was wait. And we didn't have to wait long. I love the idea of Jimmy getting all sweaty on the beach, picking up trash the old-fashioned way.
Why would you just...
While I just let it all come to me.
Why would you purposely pollute the area on purpose? Because it's going to the robot.
We got some eggs. Looks like a Go-Gurt. Oh, what do we got here? This is a cola reel. Come on, man. This isn't even open.
You take the trash from the beach and you just push it in the water.
Got off to an early lead, and I can confidently say that's thanks to their premature start and not their trash collection techniques.
Jimmy! Yeah? The ocean's putting more trash on the beach.
But by this point, my robot had also started firing on all cylinders and was closing the gap, which makes this the perfect time to explain exactly how it works. And to do that, let's go back in time a few days to when I first showed up here. Hey, what's up, Boyan?
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome on the Interceptor.
Nice place you got here. That is Boyan Slat. He's the reason this robot exists, and his origin story for caring about trash in the ocean comes from something that happened to him more than a decade ago.
I was 16 years old. I went scuba diving in Greece, and I looked around me, and I just saw more plastic bags than fish. And I was just so disappointed by that I thought, why can't we just clean this up? That kind of started a few things for me.
Which is a humble way of saying it led him to founding a non-profit organization called the Ocean Cleanup with the audacious goal to rid the ocean of all trash and plastic. So naturally that involves removing trash directly from the ocean itself. But if you think about it, that's only half the problem. Because to make a lasting impact, you've also got to cut the pollution off at the source and turn the spigot off. And as it turns out, 80% of the plastic flowing to the ocean from rivers comes from just 1% of the rivers. So their idea is to put these trash-eating robots on those worst offending rivers, and that will go a long way to fixing the problem at the source. So that's the strategy behind these. Now to the juicy part, to how these river interceptor robots act.
What the fuck?
Offending rivers, and that will go a long way to fixing the problem.
Holy shit! What the fuck is that, dude?
Problem at the source. So that's the strategy behind these. Now to the juicy part, to how these river interceptor robots actually work. So step one is to anchor it near the bank of the river, and then as trash floats down the river, it runs into this barrier on the surface of the water, which shepherds the trash towards the mouth of the thing. And then once the trash is funneled in, it travels up this conveyor belt.
I agree with this guy in chat. Just convert into a road. I agree. They could just pour molten cement on the trash and just mix an actual road. Just pour hot cement onto the trash. And then it's boom, then you get a road.
After which it's dropped in one of these 6 floating dumpsters. And the fact that they float is really clever because it means once they're full, the interceptor can stay put while the dumpsters are flotillaed down the river, where whatever can be recycled is recycled and the rest is properly disposed of using the local waste management system. On top of that, it's got solar panels and a rainwater collection system, so it's fully off the grid. And thanks to some onboard AI technology, the trash collection happens essentially autonomously. And importantly, it's Boyan's nonprofit that provides the interceptor, but it's the local government and communities that implement, operate, and maintain it. This one is in the Dominican Republic, and it's run locally by their naval officers, who are just incredibly lovely to work with, by the way. Oh, and as a final point, that floating barrier sticks only 1.5 feet deep into the water, which means while the
guys, I was watching for 1 minute chat because I was looking if I was late or not. We're chilling.
Trash gets captured on the surface, the fish can swim back and forth under it all day long. Or as Boyan puts it,
it's very good at catching plastic. It's terrible at catching fish.
Unless you're a dead fish, then it'll catch you.
If you're already dead and filled with gas, you will be caught.
Then you will be caught.
Oh,
so by this point, Jimmy and the boys had an ever-growing pile of trash.
Pile's looking pretty nice. If I was you, I'd be getting a little nervous.
I'm a wee bit nervous, but the good news was that thanks to the steady consistency of my robot, I'd now overtaken them as the leader in the amount of trash collected. But even better was that while they continued to labor away in the hot sun, I just left mine on autopilot and took the opportunity to go enjoy the natural beauty of the Dominican beaches and make friends.
The stream will end off in today. Okay. I told chat if it does and we reach 5,000 lost frames, I'll do it.
And hang out.
Guys, I start too late today, guys. I was late today, okay, because we have to do the Squid Game thing, and I got out of bed and I just clicked the button. Okay, I didn't have time. I
with
didn't
some
think
of the
about it.
locals, and even have this amazing Disney princess of a moment. And while I don't speak manatee, I think she was coming to say thank you on behalf of all the ocean creatures for us doing
that's
our part
ugly.
to
What is
keep
that?
the trash out of their home. And after that, my curiosity got the best of me, so I went to check out their progress firsthand. And after a brief display of dominance,
Keep it up, boys! Keep it up! You want to come help us?
I'm picking up trash right now. Look at that, a cushion, a couch cushion. This is a live feed of what's going on right now.
There's a lot of couches
couch
in the ocean.
cushion?
That's like 8 of my shovels a second.
Back to work. I eventually helped them out because I'm such a nice guy, even going as far as to offer to place their hard-earned trash.
there's so much of it, though.
definitely in
How
their
does the
own
trash
pile
get
for
there? I
them,
don't get
so
it.
counts towards their total and not mine. So as the sun set over the city,
I don't get it.
made
How
some
does the
new
trash get
friends
there?
who, after I introduced myself, kept pronouncing my name as Gringo for some reason. And right there behind me, you could see the robot was just powering on because that's what robots do, collecting trash for me through the night, so I continued to add to my totals even while I slept. The next day started out nice, but then rained hard for a few hours, which increased the trash in the river quite a bit. In fact, they told me after a heavy rain, all 6 dumpsters can get filled in a single day, which seemed just crazy to me. So when I asked where all the trash was coming from, we took a trip up the river, and before long, the source of the trash became pretty obvious. Anytime we saw a canal like this meant to carry rainwater to the river, and there were a lot of them, it would be filled with trash that washes down from the communities near the river. And even worse, you could see sometimes how people would throw trash off the side of the cliff down to the river as an improvised trash dump. And part of me felt really frustrated by this until we parked the boat and actually visited one of these communities. And out of the gate, I saw a soccer ball and tried to showcase some of my moves. But after they put me in my place, I knew my only recourse was to go full Sammy Sosa on them.
Guys, I don't think you can blame the people themselves. I don't think you can, though. Guys, people are surviving, trying to thrive with sometimes a bad spawn, and they don't have the infrastructure in place, okay? The infrastructure, isn't that word?
But as we walked around and talked with them, it became apparent
The
pretty
country,
quickly
the government, the whatever isn't giving the tools that they need to do the things that they have to without having to do shit like this. It is what it is.
Ends up in the river because there are no other options. You and I have the luxury of putting our trash in a bin and rolling it out to the curb, and then it's magically empty by the end of the day. In the developed cities in the Dominican Republic, this is of course how it also works. But in these remote poor communities, there are a lot of challenges that prevent this, such as just not being accessible by big trash trucks, which means they just don't have somewhere to put their waste. So whatever doesn't make it to the river just piles up in their own village. And in talking with the leaders in these communities, it's clear they're passionate about being part of the solution. And the Dominican government, in conjunction with the UN, is proactively working together with their own people to come up with custom long-term solutions and be an example to the rest of the world. The point is, everyone involved here knows the Interceptor.
The name of basketball court is actually fucking sick though. Look at that. Damn. That's clean.
Everyone involved here knows that Interceptor is not intended to be the permanent fix.
Ultimately, we want to help ourselves out of business, and the sooner the better. There will come a day that we can just get rid of these interceptors, and there's no more plastic coming down these rivers. But until that day comes,
don't go there.
we need
Don't
to stop
say
it from going
1
into the
year
ocean.
ago,
In the end, by the time I
you
wrapped
said,
up my work at the
"Let's
Interceptor,
get a
we ended
job."
up making
Today,
2 trips with the
I
dumpsters
received
down the
my
river
first
so the
salary
waste could be properly.
as an airline pilot. I can't watch 12 hours of stream every day anymore, but I wanted to give a little.
Shout out to the
disposed of. Even though I basically did no manual labor to make this happen, there's still like a sense of pride.
No matter. 1 year ago, you said get a job. Today, I received my first salary as an airline pilot. I can't watch 12 hours a day anymore, but I want to give a little first of my paycheck. Thanks to $10 on official, man. You didn't have to do anything, man.
Here for some reason, I don't know.
Thanks to the story, though.
We did it. So after getting the total weight recorded, all that was left to do now was to meet back up with Jimmy.
You didn't skip too long to
this is a certified butt ton right here. How much did you get?
I got it right here. How much did you get?
It's on my paper. I'm not showing you. Spoiler alert. It's much, much less than 30 million pounds. Okay, so before we show you our papers here and reveal who won, man versus machine, if you're watching this video, we need your help to get this pile of trash to 30 million pounds. And buckle up, because the next 2 months are gonna be crazy. Now for context, 2 years ago, the internet demanded we start Team Trees. And not only did we band together and reach our goal of planting 20 million trees by 2020, but people are still planting on average 2,600 trees per day on teamtrees.org. So in order to actually get 30 million pounds of trash and plastic out of the freaking ocean, we're following up Team Trees with Team Seas. And we've spent the last 8 months working with the perfect nonprofit cleanup organizations for this goal. And even though it was difficult, they guaranteed us that for every single dollar we raise, there will be 1 less pound of plastic and trash in the ocean. And that's just bonkers.
That literally means that for every $1 donated, this much trash comes out of the ocean. And for $5, this much trash comes out of the ocean.
And we're gonna pull this off by not just tackling trash in the ocean, but cutting off the trash sources at the rivers and beaches too. So half the money we raise will go to Boyan's charity, the Ocean Cleanup, so they can just make a butt ton more of these trash-eating robots, and then they'll place them in that 1% of rivers that are the worst offenders by far. And then the other half of the money will go to Ocean Conservancy, and they'll focus on the beaches with tons of volunteer beach cleanups, and then of course actually going out to sea and cleaning up a bunch of trash there as well. And so we need your help, because 30 million less pounds of trash in the ocean really means we're trying to raise $30 million by the end of the year, in just 2 months.
Which is insanity, and exactly why we banded together the entire YouTube community, heck, all of social media, to help us hit our goal by the end of the year.
Go Team Seas!
Let's do this.
We're saving the oceans in 2 ways. I don't know if you realize, we can do this.
Hello, chat. This is my weekly reminder to remind you. Hey, bro. Nice cock-hoo boy. Proper waste management and helping the environment makes me moister than an oyster.
Okay,
XQCL.
From the ocean by donating $100,000. And YouTube Originals has stepped up, and they'll be matching the first $400,000 donated. But that's still way less than 30 million. If you're a working adult, consider how much trash you're willing to remove to send a message. And if you're a kid, talk to your parents about this. Get creative and do some chores to earn some money. Or maybe talk to your teacher and set up a class or school fundraiser using the team feature on the website.
And then after that, retweet anything to do with Team Seas. Like, share, watch 100 times every Team Seas video. Support this campaign. We need you.
You can start by sharing this video and then just harass all your
guys. It's not started, right? People aren't like playing the game.
Favorite creators, make sure they're on board Team Seas. With all the division in the world, this just feels like something we can all see eye to eye on. Like everyone agrees that trash and plastic don't belong in our beautiful oceans. And of course we know Team Seas alone won't solve this issue, but it sends a strong message that young people are hungry and willing to go beyond just retweets to raise awareness. We can be a catalyst.
I always do stuff like this.
My fellow Americans cannot get a part
I don't tell you guys. I don't like doing that. I think it's weird. I think it's weird. It's weird to always publicize donations. It's really weird.
For positive change in this world, I am just so stoked.
Because it looks like I'm trying. It's like a virtue signal. Look, I'm so nice. I can use a platform to say to donate to stuff, which is good.
We totally got
a good thing.
Donate this $5 to my stream.
Whenever it's public, it's like I don't know.
How many pounds of trash is right here?
500,000.
Guys, those that care about these causes usually see my donations, okay? In a lot of places before, okay, I've donated, and chat noticed in different chats or other like other boards, whatever. If you see it, you see it. It is what it is.
You are a liar. How many pounds of trash is really here?
62,738 pounds of trash is right here.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy though.
Oh, 37,000?
Nothing. I'm just saying.
we beat him.
I will say, my robot in the next 2 weeks, he'll do that. So if you want to fund more robots or humans to solve this important problem, click the blue button, go to teamseas.org, donate right now.
Go donate.
Like the video, Mr. Mark Robert, very nice. Much love. Okay. Okay. Guys, it's good
30
chat.
months, holy smokes.
Some will crash, sounds good. We are holding all the connecting info on how to connect. We posted it here when I'm ready. Good, we're chilling. Guys, I knew that there would be problems with connecting it and whatnot. Guys, we're doing the GTA Squid Game, but the thing is that it's not ready yet. It'll also be at 2 p.m., but I know it wasn't gonna be on time. So I wasn't too stressed out about it.
Don't you donate? You
I can show chat watching videos first. XUCL. Next pose, are good? Is this good? Yo, Andrej! Andrej with the 50 birds, man. Much love, man. Thanks so much, Andrej. I appreciate it, dude. Thanks for the 50 buckets of paint. I appreciate it, dude. Is this good? Bad chest. Squid Game mixed with GT is my 2 favorite things ever. There are violent and intimate images in the video. Chat, is there any to us in there or not? Should we watch it? Man. We're good. If there's any toes, you have to tell me. Disturbing things on the internet. No, what is this? Autophobia. Let me think about this. It's the it's the fear of yourself.
What do you do when you find yourself staring into a space? Empty. Yet terrifying.
It's quite peaceful, actually, I feel like.
Dear Mr. Cow, I just recently came home from living in the wilderness for 5.5 months for a seasonal job. I wanted to tell you how much I miss your streams. Thank you for
It's a
staying
phenomenon
true
that's
to
gained
yourself.
widespread.
I am happy that I can enjoy your streams once again.
I just feel like things like this, like they're meant to be scary. I get it, but when things are always cluttered and full of people and machines and blah blah, whenever it's like this, it's like kind of peaceful.
Attention in the past couple years due to the
like
nature of our every
makes you want to breathe,
world.
like, holy, okay, man.
Things are changing, closing, being forgotten, and in their wake are derelict spaces that evoke a nostalgic comfort, yet our brains seem to strangely reject them. We feel like we've been there. We associate memories with images that we've never before seen, and for some reason, we become stuck in this trance of eerie fascination. This sensation is caused by liminality, a term deriving from the word liminal, meaning something that's occupying a position at, or on both sides of, a boundary or threshold. Something that is within transition. With widespread interest catalyzed by subreddits, forums, and social media, the internet has served as a vehicle for sharing pictures of liminal spaces with others. This has effectively paved the path
Wait, believe it or not, most video games on Nintendo 64 were all like this. All like that, and yeah,
various forms of media and online storytelling to capitalize on it, resulting in a myriad of personal stories, creepypastas, and indie games to play on the uncanniness that comes with them. Contrary to this relatively recent rise in online popularity though, liminal spaces are nothing new. In fact, the concept of liminality has always existed among us.
You said it.
We've just never really noticed it.
This reminds me of the video Die Fantasy, if you've seen it. But it's kind of cool though.
What is it about source maps that unnerve us? Is it the feeling of loneliness? The emptiness that comes with the very purpose of a landscape? Or is it perhaps the fact that we can hear the sounds of other humans carrying out their lives in the distance, yet in our eyes, we're the only ones here?
Or the bland sky
it's
also
a
does
funny
that.
feeling that, a feeling of confused anticipation as we await people that will never come. Contrary to the evidence around us, buildings, furniture within a cozy apartment, beer in the fridge, nobody ever will.
Yeah, I guess so.
Throughout the late 90s and into the 2000s, Video games were playing on the trope of liminal spaces without even knowing it. Garry's Mod and Silent Hill are two that come to mind immediately, and while Gmod was more of an accidental case, Silent Hill was a bit more on the nose. Everything about it is interwoven with the very fabric of what makes liminal spaces so creepy to us. Isolation is always the forefront, with the player being left to explore a town that is years past its time.
I didn't feel that playing that game, I'm gonna be honest.
Foggy streets, a theme park, a subway system, and even an apartment that you're unable to leave. Every single game is stuck in a bizarre state of transition. Nothing is bustling and alive anymore, but you sure as hell aren't in this place alone.
Guys, people forget how scuffed these games are. Yeah, you remember the good things of these games. When you play them, dude, it's door, 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 glitch, bugged, fucking wall glitch. Like, oh my, I don't know.
No Players Online is a 2019 indie horror game that takes this notion and cranks it up to 10. Everything about it is liminal. We expect the game to be littered with other players. We have the overwhelming sentiment that the space we're currently exploring was, at one time, the home to thousands of multiplayer matches. Yet, we're alone. No players are online, but us. And I think this is where most of the lingering dread of a liminal space stems from. The anticipation, the expectation that someone else should be around, as is life. Yet there isn't. It's the foundational rejection of loneliness that's hardwired into our brains. And when this loneliness is portrayed through art and even photos of reality, that is where the uncanniness sets in.
Chad, you ever played a game that you always play with multiplayer and you play the map with solo, right? But you only play multiplayer always, and there was always multiple players, and you go on your own. It's
is something
just fucking
inexplicably
weird
and terrifyingly unique, and you never really know it until you're in it. At school after hours, at a hotel pool when no one's around.
Halo 2 does that a lot.
The very last one in a shopping mall. There are so many cases for situations like this, and the beauty of the internet is that we're able to share pictures and stories of spaces that terrify us together. Whether it's through gaming or reality, liminal spaces and their play on our natural fear of loneliness are terrifying, and regardless if we ever figure out why they're so eerie, it's irrefutable that they'll always persist in the dark depths of the internet. There's something of a reminder, a memento, a lens into a world that is and will always be nothing but a burning, fading, and ever so distant.
Guys, the games are starting. Okay, that was first episode. That was first chapter. Maybe we'll finish it later. Guys, listen. Okay, guys, the games are starting. Everybody's going to connect. Everybody's connecting. Chat. This is a massive fucking Squid Game with I don't know how many players there are in this, like 400 or some shit. It's not that many actually. It's like 200. Unless if I can connect or not. Hold up.